What's up, guys? This is Tyler from Best Clash Raids. I know there was a big gap between Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the base review videos, but these take me a lot longer to make than my normal videos. But regardless, I think it's a very good way to give back to the fans, features a lot of people, so I'm going to keep doing these videos and hopefully get them out even quicker. Now, after the first video I posted, a lot of you guys were commenting with your name, your base, how many trophies you had so I could find your base. That's not going to be the best and fastest way for me to feature as many people as possible. So make sure to email your screenshot of your base to the email that is at the end of the video and also in the description. That's going to let me get the most bases featured the fastest and give back to you guys. So just do that and you'll have a good chance of getting featured. Now, I am receiving a huge amount of emails, so I can't get to everyone, but I'm going to try my very best, alright? Now, the first base featured today is from Constal, and it is the ring design base, which I like a lot. The only problem with it is it only takes 6 wall breakers to get into the center. If you protect them well and send them in with other troops, 6 wall breakers and you're in the center. So as it does tend to make the troops run around the entire base in a circle, it does make it a little bit easier to get into the center with the right troop composition. So I would suggest using those walls towards the bottom right side to help divide it up a little bit and just make it harder for wall breakers to get so much into the base. Besides that, very nice design, good storage protection, even better town hall protection. Our next base is from Hyro, and it's a very well designed Town Hall 9, one of the better ones I've seen. All the storages are kind of set off in boxes at 4 different corners around the base, making it very hard to get to all of them. Even getting to one of those storages is kind of hard since they're more towards the center. Those expos are in the middle, and the Dark Elixir is looking extremely difficult to get to. Very well protected, along with that centerized clan castle, making things even harder for people to get into. So, Town Hall 9s out there, I would take serious note on this base. It is very well designed. Our next base is from Orbit, and it's a very well designed Town Hall 7. One of the main things I see right off the bat is the upgraded walls are towards the outside. You always want to order them from the inside out when you're upgrading, because that way wall breakers are less likely to hit it, and those walls in the corners don't do too much. 2 wall breakers are going to get in the same, just the way they do with the pink walls versus the purple walls. Besides that, it's overall designed very well, good storage protection. Only thing you have to think about when you're Town Hall 7 is those giant bombs, how much you're paying to reload them versus how much stopping damage they actually have. They can run a little expensive at the Town Hall 7, but that's total preference. Our next base is from Ben, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. I would just butcher it and look like a total fool. But it's a very well designed Town Hall 9 and almost completely maxed out. From what I can see, at least looks completely maxed out. As you can see, he's getting ready to go Town Hall 10, and he did a good job of waiting to the last second to go Town Hall 10. I went there myself recently, and the farming is very tough. Not only is it hard to find bases with a lot of loot, when you get attacked, you lose so many resources. So I would highly suggest at least having level 8 walls, all of them, before you go Town Hall 10, as well as all maxed out defenses. It's really going to help you out once you get up there. Now, as far as design goes for this base, designed very well. The only thing I can really point out is the gold storages aren't protected that well, but he's obviously saving up for a big elixir upgrade, and when you're upgrading walls, which he probably was doing recently, you don't really need to protect your gold storages that much. Our next base is from Stone Lax 11, and it's a very nicely designed Town Hall 8. As you can see, those 3 wizard towers are formed in a triangle, as well as those 3 mortars. It's always something you want to have, nice triangle formation with your splash damage targets. Only thing is the storages aren't super well protected. That 1 gold storage towards the bottom, but it is baiting people to attack his Town Hall, which is almost always good when you're farming. Get a nice shield going, and that Dark Elixir storage is going to be very difficult to get to, so overall, very nice Town Hall 8 design. Our next base is from Flea 5 HD0GH, and definitely one of the weirder looking bases I've seen recently. Big problem is there's a lot of unused space. The base could definitely be condensed down further, saving him some extra walls. Also, I'm not really sure what the lab is doing inside of the base when that archer tower is outside of the base. Also, definitely upgrade those wizard towers. They're lagging behind for a Town Hall 8. So overall, there's not too much to fix. Nothing more than a few minutes on base editor can't solve. Our next base is from NFL Player 9, and it's a really good Town Hall 8 trophy hunting base. Storages really aren't protected too much around, but he does look like he's going for trophies. And the Town Hall is protected very well. You've got all 3 wizard towers towards the center. Definitely could go for being upgraded more, but I know how expensive that can be, and it does take a lot of time. Overall, definitely one of the better Town Hall 8 trophy hunting bases I've seen. And our next base is from And, and I am totally going to call him out for not having a completely repaired town hall. Doesn't really matter at all for this video, but I had to call him out. Now you can tell he's in the early Town Hall 9 stage because he doesn't have his expos built yet. I believe that is what those two buildings being built right there are for. Base will probably end up being changed around once they are built, but for the early Town Hall 9s, designed very well. Elixir is defended very good along with the Dark Elixir. The gold is pretty exposed on the outsides, but you can tell he's upgrading walls, so you don't really need to protect your gold storages much at all when you're upgrading your walls because it goes away so fast. Now Alex has submitted his war base, which I really do like seeing because quite frankly I need a new war base. It was designed for hogs, and now hogs are no longer the juggernaut they once were. Now a common theme with the splash damage, as you've seen throughout this entire video, is the triangle. Always want to have your wizard towers forming a triangle along with your mortars forming a triangle. They really cover a lot of space, and anything that gets closer to the triangle gets taken out very quickly. Now his mortars are kind of too far to the outside, but a lot of Town Hall 8s have to protect against the men in balloon strategy. Really wreaks havoc around that level. So biggest constructive criticism I can give is swap out that Dark Elixir storage, move the air defense up a little bit, and then take that bottom mortar and move it inside. I think that'll give him a nice war base, and it's something simple to fix. Our next base is from Pone Cakes, and there's a lot of empty space in that middle storage compartment. If you got rid of those traps, you could actually fit in 2 whole new buildings. So definitely should get rid of those traps blocking the space, move those 2 buildings down, and put in 2 defenses or 2 storages, whatever you want to do. But empty space, especially empty space in the center compartment, is something you always want to avoid. Always condense down as much as you can. Now our next base from Perplexed does have empty space in the middle, but because everything is condensed down as much as you want to, it doesn't really matter. That empty space is going to be there no matter what. So that's a perfect place to put traps, spring traps, air defenses. You want to layer all that space with traps because once someone gets into the center by those storages, they're really going to get torn apart. Overall, decent Town Hall 7 design. And that's all the bases we're going to get through today. I know I stayed a little bit too much around the Town Hall 8. Focused on it a lot, but I hope you guys that are at Town Hall 8 saw some cool base designs, learned some tips and tricks, or maybe found something you really like and are going to totally redesign your base. But anyway, next video I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit more, maybe some Town Hall 5s, hopefully some Town Hall 10s. I'm going to try to have these videos come out much more frequently. So screenshot your base and make sure to send the image to myclashraid@gmail.com. Keep tuning in guys to see your base get reviewed.